Hello everyone, and welcome to Meditation with Dr. J. I'm your host, Dr. Jennifer Pierre, and I'm so grateful that you decided to join and come on and experience meditation with me. Meditation is something that is very near and dear to my heart, and in light of what we've been dealing with throughout this week, almost 2 weeks now, I felt that this was a good time for us to do some self-care and focus on something that makes our bodies feel good. If you are not familiar with who I am, let me just give you a little bit of detail into who I am and what I do. So again, my name is Dr. Jennifer Pierre. I am a naturopathic physician practicing in Connecticut. I'm originally from New York, and some of the past things that I've done, I've been a mental health instructor, counselor. I have also taught meditation, and I also learned Kundalini yoga in India. And some of these activities really informed where I'm coming from this evening and some of the activities that I wanted to share with you. It's so important that we have tools that we can use to deal with the stress that is in our lives. And prior to, I would say this week, most of our stress was due to work and family and children and just trying to do the right thing, and even being concerned about where our goals were, what our goals were in our future. And now I think this week has changed things a bit, and we're getting back to basics of the fundamental things that are extremely important to us. So this is why I wanted to get back to basics and really do things that are healing to the body. If you follow my page, you might have already seen a video that I did on immune support. So I focused a bit on the body and what we can do to keep our body strong, but I wanted to do something that focused more on the mind and the spirit and how important that is. I believe that holistic health, and that means like whole, not just the way we use it in our terminology, but being whole involves body, mind, and spirit. And if you leave any part of that out, then you don't have total health. So that's where we're going to focus in on the mind and spirit. So the first thing that I want you to do is just take a look around you and where you are, your space. Are you in a room? Are you in a quiet place? A quiet place would be very beneficial for what we're going to do. As you can see in my space, I'm sitting on a rug, which is comfortable. You can use a mat or anything that's comfortable. If you want to sit in a chair, you can do that as well. I have candles, I have essential oils in a diffuser, and I have my plants. And so all of this is grounding and just makes me feel comfortable and in a good place to do meditation. So that is one of the first things you have to think about. Think about the ambiance that you want to create in your space right now. And you don't need much. You just need a place where you can feel comfortable. Make sure you grab a pillow. We're going to be sitting for a little bit, so make sure you're comfortable. And don't be afraid at any point in this. If you need to stretch out your legs and get comfortable, don't worry, you can do that. So we're going to start off by just getting in a seated position. And like I said, if you don't feel comfortable with your legs crossed, just leave them uncrossed. Shoulders straight and back. And just make sure your shoulders are relaxed. Make sure they're not all the way up, scrunched up by your ears. Just relax. And the first thing that I'm going to do is teach you how to breathe. So if you ever look at a baby, you will see that babies know how to breathe. So when they inhale, their belly expands, and then when they exhale, their belly deflates and it goes towards their spine. So that is how you're going to be breathing with me. So I'm just going to show you, and then I want you to follow. So you're going to inhale, belly expands, and then exhale. Again, inhale, belly expands. Exhale, and it deflates and moves towards your spine. So the reason why that's important is most of us don't breathe like that. We don't. We tend to breathe the opposite. And I notice when I show people that, they're like, really? So keep that in mind as you're breathing. We're going to start with our right hand on the belly, the left on the heart. And I want you to close your eyes and think about how your body feels in this very moment. Do you feel anxious? Do you feel tired? Do you feel stressed? What are you feeling at this moment? Your hand is over your heart. And for this alone, we should feel gratitude. Gratitude for your heartbeat. To be able to be living, to be able to be in this moment right now with your breath. We are so grateful for our breath. And no matter what your spiritual beliefs are, whether it's Buddha, God, Jesus, Creator, I'd like you to give thanks for the gift that you have of your body and your breath. And before we begin, I want you to set your intention for this practice. And I want you to say it in the affirmative. So whether that is, I am whole, I am healthy, I'm strong, I'm positive. So let's begin to breathe. Inhale through your nose. Exhale out of your mouth. Again, inhale through your nose. Exhale out of your mouth. And that's the breath we're going to use. So let's begin by loosening up the body. The first exercise that we're going to do is circles. So when you go up towards the back, I want you to inhale, and then when you come back down, exhale. So you can watch. Inhale and exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Don't forget to breathe. Inhale and exhale. Now we're going to reverse directions. Inhale. Exhale. And you'll notice that you may have more resistance on one side versus the other. That's okay. Use the breath to push through those tight areas of body. Exhale. And if you feel dizzy at any point in this exercise, just stop. Take a moment and start over again. This is our last inhale. Then we'll come to center. Relax here for a moment. Feel how your body feels at this moment. Now we'll begin with the next exercise. For this exercise, we're going to be inhaling our necks back and then exhaling forward. And the chin will touch the chest. Now, if you can do that. If you can't do that, don't worry about it. It's not important. What's more important is increasing the flexibility in our necks. When we're sitting at the computer screen, we tend to be very tight. And so we need to release the neck. All of this tension builds up in our necks. So I want you to release the neck. So this is what we're going to be doing. So start with me. I'm going to inhale up. And exhale down. Use the breath. Inhale up. Exhale down. Keep going. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Slow it down a little bit. Inhale up. Exhale down. This is our last one. Inhale up. And exhale down. Good. Excellent. Come back to center. Check on your body again. If you need to readjust, now's the time to do it. Keep your shoulders back, spine straight. For this next exercise, we're going to turn our heads left to right. And this is so that we can increase the mobility in our necks from side to side. So let's do that. Inhale to the left and exhale to the right. You'll notice again, one area will be more fluid. One side will be more fluid than the other. Just keep going. Inhale, left, exhale, right. Remember to breathe, eyes closed. Just slow it down a little bit. Back to center. Good. Now, we're going to loosen up the shoulders a little bit. So I want you to bring your shoulders up to your ears and then bring them back down. And when you bring them up, you're inhaling. You bring them down, you're exhaling. So inhale up. Inhale and drop them down. Again, inhale up. And exhale, drop it down. Again. Inhale up. I want you to hold here. Think about everything that's been building up, all the tension this week. And when you exhale, I want you to drop all that tension down. Exhale. Good, good, good. How does that feel? Just getting all of that out of the body. All that stale air that stays in the body. We want fresh air coming into the body and circulating. You know, it's our breath, that breath of life that helps oxygenate our body. It moves the nutrients into the cells where it needs to go. So it's so important that we remove anything that doesn't serve us. And that's just not in this activity. That means in life. Anything you're holding on to, anything that, you know, forgiveness issues that you have with people, anger, you know, not being happy with where you are in life, just push all of that out. We're starting anew. The earth is starting anew, right? We're in a new paradigm. So think of this as the same thing. You just want to re-energize your body from all those negative feelings that may have built up. So our last exercise will be shoulder circles. And again, this is just to release some of that tension. We're going to start backwards and then we're going to move forwards. So circles. So you're going to inhale and you're just making these circles and just make sure to breathe. So inhale, close your eyes. Good, keep making circles. And again, think about your body just being refreshed each time you inhale. Now we're going to reverse directions. So Circle forward. And any little crick you may have in your neck, we're just getting rid of those right now. And you're making your shoulders more fluid. When we don't move, we lock the body up. I recommend to people before you even get out of bed to do some stretching. And what we're doing with these circles is really re-energizing the body, allowing these fluids to move. Keep breathing, keep breathing. Oh, good. And the last thing I wanted to do is show you a different way of breathing. So we've been doing the inhale and exhale, and for this last part I wanted to spend a little bit more time on the exhale, and that's because again we want to push out all that stale energy. So we're going to be inhaling, and then on the exhale we're going to take a little bit longer with the exhale. So relax, again, get in position, straighten your spine, close your eyes. Inhale, hold the breath, and when you exhale, you're going to exhale really slowly. So exhale, and I want to hear your breath virtually. Inhale, hold, exhale. Again, inhale and exhale. One more time. Inhale, hold, exhale. Relax here for a moment. Take inventory of how your body feels. Don't you feel better than when you first started? Don't be overwhelmed by what you think meditation has to be. The most fundamental thing is having your breath. You always have your breath to guide you through difficult periods, through stressful periods. Remember that. Remember that as we move through this season. Remember, spring is a time for new beginnings, and we're going to change our perspective on all of this and really focus our attention on what's important, what serves us, and gratitude for what we do have, and we will get through this. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope this was helpful for you, and I look forward to doing meditation with you again. Thank you so much. Take care.